Happy Couple here. Today's video is relationship advice that we learned from our parents.
Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube. It is that red button right there, and hit the little bell.
Ding ding. So one of the things that I loved that my mom really kind of ingrained in me on relationships didn't just apply to like romantic relationships. This was actually how she raised me. She was always like, you can tell me anything that you do that you don't feel good about, any mistake, whatever, and I won't get mad about it so long as you don't lie about it. So it really created this very open space to communicate and to be truthful. So it kind of combined several factors that, you know, we've touched on different pieces in different videos about, you know, communication and all that, but it really was like, honesty is the key here. And I'm gonna be always there for you, and this is always gonna be safe as long as we're honest. And that way it was like a mutual agreement where it wasn't one-sided. And she really stuck to that. Anytime that I had anything to get off my chest, she never, ever got mad. And it really kept me being honest. And it was great because I knew that I had a safe place to communicate about that. And that's really crossed over into our relationship, and we've applied that for us as well.
Yeah, one of mine was actually something that applies really to your own personal career, business, and relationships, which is it's all about building a foundation, right?
Yes.
So when you're working on yourself and you can build a solid foundation, you can continue to build more and more from that. My dad was actually a contractor for many years. And so when you build a solid foundation on a house, you have a solid foundation. If you try to build a house with no foundation, it's going to go poorly.
That house is gonna fall apart.
It will. So when we can apply that to us personally, professionally, ourselves, but you can also apply that to business. That same thing has panned out on business and in building our relationship. It's about progressively building more and more of a foundation on top of a solid base. So it goes into and ties in perfectly with what she was talking about, being honest and open and, you know, working through issues when you have them, but then just realize you're building a foundation. This is a long-term thing. A relationship is not a sprint, it's a marathon.
I love that. That's great. Another one is to have adventure. My upbringing was very full of fun and full of adventure. It was not a traditional upbringing. There was a lot of travel, but travel to like random places, not just your typical, you know, vacation destinations. It was like, hey, we're gonna go to Mali, Africa, and Suriname, South America, and Paris. But we're gonna go to Paris and then we're gonna go to Monet's house and stand on his bridge and look at the flowers. Like, you know, so it had this constant create and spontaneity and fun. And it was like always something to look at and create and decide what we wanted to do together. So again, that's really something that we've brought into our relationship is we're always creating on it. We're always looking for work stuff we can do together, fun stuff we can do together, how we can help other people together. Let's go try this adventure and go here and do that. And you know, so it's really made life fun and made our relationship super creative and fun.
I learned very early on that caring about more than just yourself and helping more than just yourself is super important, and that leads to a long, happy, fulfilled life. And so that was actually something that we both commonly agreed on. So I think joining forces with your spouse and your partner to do good for other people is really important. And when you do,
powerful.
You're gonna find a whole other dynamic that comes about in your relationship because you guys are doing something to better the lives of others. And it can be simple actions. It doesn't have to be expensive actions. You can just spend a little bit of that time that you have, that, you know, extra time here and there, actually doing something else for somebody else. I think based on all of these factors, you're gonna find you actually get a much deeper relationship and a relationship that actually lasts a lot longer because it's built on a foundation that's more than just a material base. It's
Also more than just a lust base as well. Like there's a real purpose there that is for you individually, for you together, but also beyond that. And really both of us came into this relationship from an upbringing that involved a lot of helping other people. like your parents were very much like that, you know, and likewise. So when we came together, we already had that viewpoint, and it's really been one of the key pieces in this foundation that we've built. So if you like this video, share in the comments below what are some of the things that you've learned from your parents about relationships.
Oh, yeah.
Give it a thumbs up, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.